Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, like we always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, so you don't miss out on any of the future content. And let's get straight into today's video. So, in today's video, we're going to be going over Hiyori. She is finally back. We're going to be going over her events. And some very important news about the character herself, because her passive is actually bugged. Doesn't Part of her passive doesn't actually work. So there is something to keep in mind when you are going for Hiyori. Her passive is bugged, so it was brought up by a viewer of the channel. I didn't even realize because I don't really pay attention when I'm fighting an arena or anything because they're completely automated battles. So if we go into Hiyori's kit, her passive specifically, I believe the rest of her kit is working perfectly as intended. But the part that is bugged, and I have tested this myself, you can check my Nika Luffy video. You can see that her passive is completely bugged. The part right here, all allies are immune to all control effects. That's including confusion, banishment, taunt, stun, paralysis, frozen, and purification, as well as shock. So this part right here about your whole team being immune to control effects is completely bugged. It doesn't work. The rest of her passive works as intended, I believe. But this part right here, which is very significant, a huge nerf to the character. Um, you can still will win battles, as you've seen in my videos, sorry. You can still win battles, but this is an absolute huge nerf. Like, it's not even the first turn, which I thought it was just the first turn of the battle. It's actually not even the first turn. The first turn is just at the beginning of each round, and the number of members will be liquidated. That's the first turn right here, at the beginning of each round. This part actually right here is for the whole entire battle. So your whole entire battle, your whole team is immune to control effects. Well, supposed to be. Later in this video, we'll run a battle and we'll see if they've actually fixed the bug. Because I did contact the devs about the situation. And I did notify them that her passive is completely bugged. This part right here, obviously, that we're talking about. And that they really need to fix it. So you do need to be careful when going for Hiyori. That I believe still at the moment her passive is bugged. I don't believe that they fixed it. We'll check in a second. So her event here, obviously, it will be a value discount event. Now these value discount events are very terrible. Complete garbage, especially if they're 25k. On newer servers, there will be one for this exact bundle for only 9.6k, I think, and that's perfectly fine. I think that's if you really want the character or the character's really good, that's perfectly fine. But when it's 25k, 6k, this is complete garbage, a complete waste. Because you're gonna need to spend 50k minimum to get her, which is not worth it at all. A character is not worth 50k diamonds. So these events right here, unless they're 9.6k for newer servers, which would generally be the first month or two in the game, they're not worth it. So don't buy any of these. Also, these are completely terrible. You can get 200 of these for 20 gems if you just refresh the shop one time. Just buy 100 with your tokens, refresh the shop for 20, and then you get another 100. There you go, that's 200 instead of 1,000. It's complete garbage. This as well. So don't spend any of those. I believe also the gear chest event is back. So if you have 500 or 300 minimum, in my opinion, go ahead and draw on the gear chest. Get your bunch of rewards there, your quenching materials, bunch of gold, and specifically the talent points, as well as the free choose a weapon. So this event obviously is very good. I don't have 500. I think I'm at 280. Let's check. I'm at 257, so I have to wait a little bit longer. So if you want to do that event, go ahead and do that event. We have the top up event. Now this is very interesting because it does have these score scrolls which are for the point event. So I'm guessing this is hinting that the ranking point event will be the next event. So I'll need to do a video on that because there is actually a very easy way to get a high score in the point event. So I'll show the tricks for that in a later video when that event comes around. But yes, let's go focus on Hiyori and her passive because she has come back today. So if we go into a battle, and let's see if they've fixed the bug, because I did contact devs, as you can see here. This is my email to them, just explaining that they're not immune. This is what her passive states in game. Um, I'm not the only one that it's been bugged. A number of my viewers have said so. Just basically linking them the video to my gameplay, showing them the bug themselves. And this was their response back to me at 4 p.m. yesterday, which is about 23 hours from now. So they've had 23 hours to fix the bug. Let's see if they've actually fixed it. Hopefully they'll fix it in the next at least 2-3 days since I sent this. They said, thanks for your feedback. We are checking the problem. Have a nice day. That's not very, in my opinion, that's not a very reassuring message. Looks like an automated message in my opinion, but let's just hope that they fix the bug, because it is actually a pretty game-breaking bug with her on your team, that your team is not immune to any control effects. Like, control effects are huge in the game. So not being immune to them when your whole team is supposed to be immune to them is a huge deal. And basically false advertising to the character. So they should fix it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do a battle, and let's see if they've actually fixed her bug, her passive bug. So we'll fight the same guy that we fought before. He has the Sir Crocodile and Christmas Chopper, so we can see if we get frozen or purification. So let's just challenge this guy, and let's see if her passive is still bugged. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if her passive is still bugged in the game. We should be completely immune for the entire battle, because that is what it states in her passive. So let's see if Chopper freezes anyone or we get purification from Sir Crocodile. So obviously that activates. Kaido Dragon Form goes first. Yuri attacks. We get all the buffs. Oh no, after her passive. Alright, Nami goes next. Okay, here we go. Carrot with her ult. Didn't do anything. Chopper, does he freeze anyone? Let's see. I believe it's just on the base. There we go. We got... No, we didn't get frozen? No? Okay. Is it actually working? You can still get silenced, so if Nami silences us here, that's still intended. Alright. Let's see if we get confused here. We shouldn't get any confusion. And we did. We got 2 confusion, as you can see, the red circles here, so her passive is still bugged. They haven't fixed it. So that is one thing to keep in mind. We got frozen again, as you can see down here. Again, we got weakened, stunned, which we shouldn't get stunned either. So her passive obviously is not working. Again, they really need to fix this. I should not be confused or stunned or frozen at all, which would make this battle a lot easier. Like, this battle should not even be close. Like, Hiyori should completely counter this team. Like, obviously he has Law, which completely counters our team. Like, here we go. And we should not get petrified at all. It just seems like it's working sometimes and not working at all. I don't know, maybe against some characters? Again, look, 3 frozen. Like, this should not happen at all. We should never be frozen. Ever. So I'm just gonna skip the battle. You guys get the point. Her passive is completely bugged, so do keep that in mind when you see Hiyori in events. Her immune part of her passive, where your team should be completely immune, which is the main part of why you use her to counter other teams, is completely bugged, and they really need to fix it ASAP. Alright, so that's gonna conclude the video. I just wanted to iterate that Hiyori's passive is still bugged in the game. It's been bugged since she has been released back in March, before Sir Crocodile. And yeah, so whenever you see her in events, just keep that in mind that her passive is still bugged in the game. She's still a great character nevertheless, like one of the best characters in the game that you should definitely have. But her main use when you're countering other teams like Sir Crocodile and all those teams that have those debuff effects, those control effects, sorry. Yeah, she's just not gonna, her passive's just not gonna work. She's just not gonna be useful in those battles. So they really need to fix that, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.